Do your onions sprout too quickly, turn soft, or get moldy before you even use them? You're not alone. But the reason it's happening is probably something you're doing without even realizing it. You might be storing your onions next to their mortal enemy, or you might just be suffocating them. It's a quiet catastrophe happening in kitchens everywhere, turning a versatile staple into a frustrating waste of food and money. I'm going to show you the #1 mistake people make and the simple storage swap that will keep your onions fresh and firm for months, not just weeks. So stick around because you're about to save your onions and your wallet. All right, let's get straight into it. Think about the last time you brought onions home from the grocery store. Did you just toss the whole bag into your pantry? If yes, you're not alone. But that simple act is mistake #1, and it's costing you fresh, long-lasting onions. That plastic bag, even with a few holes, is an onion prison. It traps moisture, and moisture is the absolute worst thing for a whole onion. All that trapped humidity creates a stagnant, swampy environment, the perfect breeding ground for mold and rot. You'll start seeing those nasty black spots, and the onion will feel squishy. That's because whole onions need to breathe. They need constant airflow to keep their papery skins dry and protected. Now, for part 2 of this kitchen tragedy, the company they keep. Where did you put that bag of onions? Is it next to your potatoes? If you just said yes, you've found the single most catastrophic mistake in vegetable storage. Onions and potatoes are the worst possible roommates. Here's why. Onions release ethylene gas, a natural hormone that tells nearby veggies to ripen and sprout. Potatoes are super sensitive to this gas, so your onions are basically screaming, "Sprout now," at them. But the potatoes fight back with a secret weapon of their own: moisture. Potatoes have a high water content and release it into the air. The onions soak up this moisture, which, as we just covered, makes them rot. So the onions make the potatoes sprout, and the potatoes make the onions rot. It's a vicious cycle of spoilage. But luckily, just keeping them a few feet apart solves the problem completely. So the first thing you have to do when you get home is to get those onions out of the plastic bag they came in. Onions are not fans of humidity. High humidity is a one-way ticket to Mold City. Can you tell me where you're watching me from? It's nice to know that we can connect from around the world. Then your first storage option is to put them in a container that breathes. An open basket works great. Reusable mesh produce bags are perfect. Even a simple paper bag with a few extra holes punched in it is a huge upgrade. If you do not have that, you can easily punch some holes in any paper bag you have at home. This allows the onions to breathe. Onions need air on all sides. Good circulation whisks away moisture and stops rot before it can even start. You can then place your onion basket or paper bag in a cool, dark place. Onions like to chill out at a temperature between 45 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 7 to 13 Celsius. It's warmer than a fridge, but cooler than most rooms. This cool temperature keeps them dormant, so they don't think it's spring and start sprouting. Also, sunlight is another signal for onions to wake up and start growing. A dark pantry, cabinet, or basement helps keep them asleep and preserves their flavor. Your second storage method is the hanging method. This is a classic, time-tested technique, and it's my personal favorite because it guarantees amazing airflow. We're going to use a pantyhose for this. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it works. Grab a clean pair of pantyhose, drop an onion into the toe, and tie a knot right above it. If you're enjoying this video and will love to see more helpful tips like this, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss anything I upload. And also hit the like button. It's a free way of supporting us. I know you will enjoy being here with all the helpful tips I will be uploading. Keep going until you have an onion snake. You can hang it in a cool, dark cellar or pantry. The knots keep the onions from touching, so one bad one won't spoil the bunch. And the nylon is perfectly ventilated. When you need an onion, just snip one off from the bottom, or you can easily untie the knot and take out the onion. This way, you can keep reusing the pantyhose over and over again. Now, if you grow your own onions or get them fresh from a farm, you have to cure them before storing them. Curing is just letting them dry for a couple of weeks in a warm, airy spot out of the sun. You'll know they're ready when the necks feel tight and the outer skins are dry and papery. This process basically seals the onion, creating a natural barrier against rot. Everything we've just talked about is for whole, unpeeled onions. You should never store whole, unpeeled onions in the fridge, as this makes them soft and watery. But the second you cut into an onion, the rules change completely. At that point, it needs to be refrigerated. Store your cut onions in an airtight container and place them in the fridge. They'll last for about 7 to 10 days this way. Another great storage option is freezing your onions. This extends their shelf life for up to 6 months. You can finely dice them with a knife or use a food processor if you want to save time. Once chopped, place them in a freezer-safe bag, flatten it out, and pop it in the freezer. While frozen onions do lose their crunch, they're perfect for soups, stews, and stir-fries. So there you have it. To keep your onions fresh for months, just remember the formula. Keep them cool, dry, in the dark, with plenty of air, and always keep them away from your potatoes. A simple change, like swapping a plastic bag for an open basket, can make all the difference. You'll waste less food, save money, and you'll always have a perfect, firm onion ready when you need it. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. And I really want to know, what's your go-to method for storing onions? Drop a comment below. I read them all, and I'm always looking for new tricks. For more kitchen tips that save you time and money, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.